Good morning to all you geeks out there in geekdom land.
Hey, today, part one. I guess we got two shows happening this morning, so glad you're here with us. We are first going to talk about Moon Knight. Now, as we move into Moon Knight, I think there's something interested. The two O's in Moon look like 00,
Oh,
and
nice.
it reminds me that this is our 100th
100th
episode.
episode. Oh, nice. I didn't even think about that. That was good. That was really good.
Guys, we have been doing 100. This is our 100th episode of the podcast. That is crazy to think that we've made it to 100 episodes. You know how some TV shows we made it to 100 episodes. Dude,
Yeah.
we've got a podcast and we made it to 100
100.
episodes.
That's wow.
Congratulations, Mike. Job well done, my friend.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you
you.
for doing this.
Yeah. So
It's been a lot of fun.
It has been. We've made a lot of new friends along the way, and which has been great, which has been fascinating. I think for me, that's one of the neat things about doing this podcast has been, the friends that we've made, the people that we've been introduced to, the connections we've made, and it's all been fun. And I don't think there's anything that's been like, no bad experiences as far as meeting people and talking with people. Everybody loving just, the people who we've talked to have been super nice, just talking geek stuff and really enjoying that. And it has been a great ride over this last, I guess it's just, just over 14 months?
Just a little over a year. Yeah, just a little over a year.
Yeah.
January 15th was our 1 year anniversary. So
right. So that was 2 months ago because today's the 16th.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Wait,
like
January. No, that's 3 months. I'm sorry, I can't do math this morning.
We do math like the three geeky dads.
Right.
Yeah, as far like you were saying, we've not really had any bad experiences doing this. Everything's been great. We've met a lot of great people. Had some good, fun crossover podcast with both Nerdery and Murdery and Three Geeky Dads.
Yes.
First year we had tons and tons of guests and just lots of fun, and interacting with them was great too. The only bad experience with having those guests was my anxiety of, are they going to show up?
Right.
That was it. Everything else has been, just fine, but there was that anxiety I would have when we'd have a guest coming on.
Right.
Like, are they going to show up? Are they going to show up? Oh, please show up.
Right.
Oh, thank God they showed up. Good morning,
Brian. Good morning. Brian, we are talking right now about this is our 100th episode. And I just want to say thank you to you publicly and the Three Geeky Dads that you've been part of this journey with us, especially recently, about the people that we've met. And we've really enjoyed how great it's been to meet all these people over the last, 14, 15 months. And I just want to say thank you for being a part of that journey with us. It's been quite a ride. So 100 episodes. So what's Brian saying now?
Brian says not only can they not do math, they can't do time zones either.
That's true.
Brian better get that time zone figured out by the first and second Saturdays of May.
Yeah, just a special sneak peek preview. Mike, you want to talk about what's going on with Brian?
So the first 2 weeks of May, Steven decided he's going to slack on us and take those 2 weeks off. And I didn't want to mess up our recording schedule, so I asked Brian from Three Geeky Dads if he would mind sitting in as a guest co-host for us. So those two episodes will be myself and Brian instead of Steven and I.
Oh, which is going to be fantastic. Fantastic.
Brian and I have been conversing back and forth about our subjects. I'll go
Excellent.
ahead and reveal those now. So, the first week, we are going to be discussing House of M, which will tie into our road to the multiverse.
Multiverse. Yeah, right. Excellent.
So
Multiverse of
more
Madness. Yeah,
Multiverse
excellent.
Madness talk. And then
Mhm.
second week, Brian and I, we were struggling on figuring that one out, and then we just decided, well, Steven doesn't know anything about Doctor Who, and
I
apparently
don't.
the other geeky dads aren't into Doctor Who either. But Brian and I are, so we figured we will take this opportunity and we're going to talk some Doctor Who. So
Oh,
I'm looking forward
nice.
to that. That's going to be a fun discussion. So,
That
and
will
we
be
can go
nice.
so many different directions on Doctor Who. I have to say I'm not up on the latest Doctor because I didn't really like that iteration, but we can go so many
You do
different.
all kinds of different things. Oh, that would be great. Oh, Brian, thanks for having Doctor Who discussion with. That'd be great. So,
It's gonna be fun.
yeah, so I've gone
Morning, Angie.
My oldest son is graduating college, and so I'm headed over to the Kansas City area, and so we are headed there so I can hang out with him and see my other son and spend some time with them. So yeah, so Brian, I want to say thank you for filling in for me. I'm excited about you filling in for me. I'm just I'm very happy about it, and I think it's going to be awesome. So thanks for being a part of the show. And so again, I'm telling you, everybody, this podcast over the last 100 episodes has been great. Meeting new people, making new friends, and as Mike calls it, the geekdom. As you know, we've got our Discord server and stuff. So it's going to be it's just been a great journey, and I'm still looking forward to the next 100 episodes. So, Mike, thank you so much.
Thank you for being taking the ride with me.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
Hey,
absolutely.
real quick, we do have some new merch. I'm gonna put that up on our screen for viewers to see. So
yes,
we have some new merch. I just came out with a couple weeks ago the Save It for the Podcast shirt, which I have one on order for me. Get this, I ordered one for me, and then I ordered separately one for Megan and one for Brenda. And Megan and Brenda showed up before mine did. I'm still waiting on mine. And then
that's funny.
Our official Two Geeks illustrator, I have to give him a shout out. Listener
Right on.
Gerald Joe. Gerald came up with the graphic for us for the penguin slid off the iceberg. So I came up with merch for Penguin Fell Off the Iceberg. You can get t-shirts, mugs, stickers, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of cool stuff.
Yep, I love it.
And
Love it.
Same things are available for the Save It for the Podcast, which I love both designs. I haven't ordered my Penguin Fell Off the Iceberg yet, but I will later. So thank you to Gerald for coming up with that. That's cool. I appreciated that. And Gerald's working on some other stuff for us too.
That's awesome.
He is
Yeah.
our official illustrator.
I love it. Thank you, Gerald. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. It looks great. Great.
All right. We are 13 minutes in, and we have not even discussed we're about 10 minutes in, and we haven't discussed Moon Knight yet. So
that's okay. That's all right. We're doing a moment of 100 episodes and stuff. So yeah. So all right. Moon Knight. Moon Knight. Moon Knight. Moon Knight. Okay. Episode 3. So what's our
I know what our scale is.
Okay, what's our scale? What's
our scale is Egyptian god statues.
Ooh, okay. All right. In stone.
Right, yeah.
Stone statues, Egyptian god stone statues.
Or maybe we should make it stone conjus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
However.
All right. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first? What would you like?
You can go ahead and go first.
All right. So for this episode, I enjoyed the continuing story development. Thank goodness. Um, there was some fun. There was some fun. I don't want to say Easter eggs. There was some fun little reveals or minor reveals that are going to be bigger reveals that I think were in here. The graphics, the special effects of him moving back in time.
Yeah, that was
Everything,
pretty
the
cool.
stars back in time was really good. I thought it was a great fight sequence that we got with Moon Knight there outside of the sarcophagus little pyramid kind of area and all that. I would give this episode a solid 4 out of 5 Conchu stone statues. I would go with that. Yes.
Nice. I would agree. I enjoyed that whole night sequence. I thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like the meeting in the pyramid
Oh,
with the other
yes.
gods. I thought that was a interesting thing, and I just loved how awkward Mark was talking to the other
Oh,
guy.
his
That was
acting in
great.
that on that scene was just fantastic. I mean,
I love.
obviously, I enjoyed his acting as Stephen Grant between Mark Spector,
Yes.
but in that meeting, you could tell it was like it was Mark Spector, but a voice was coming out of him. You
Right.
know, I
But
mean,
it
it
was still
was
his voice. So
right. Yeah.
it was like really awkward for him, and I enjoyed that. I thought that was cool. Yeah, there's a lot of aspects of this episode that I really liked. This was a good episode. It really was. So I will give it 4
Mhm.
Kanju stone statues.
Statues. Real quick, Brian says, I was reading that the turning the sky back was significantly accurate. I guess Neil deGrasse Tyson would approve. That's a good one. Angie said,
We'll have to look and see if he made any comments.
right? Oh gosh, that's funny. Then Angie said, "Is it bad? I prefer him in this than Star Wars." No, it
No,
is not
it's not
bad.
bad at all.
I think he's just doing a fabulous job
Agreed.
in this episode, as well as showing his acting chops. I
I
mean,
said that in episode 1 that I preferred him in this than I do in Star Wars.
in Star Wars, right?
Oh, he's just okay. You know, Poe's all right. He's not great. He's not
He has
fantastic.
such great potential.
Yeah, and
Um,
yeah, there's a lot of wasted potential in the sequels, but we're not talking about the sequels. We're
that's
not
right.
talking.
We are talking
We're
Moon Knight.
talking
He's doing
Moon
a
Knight.
fabulous job. The
Yes, he
actor's
is.
doing a fabulous job in Moon Knight, and so
You're not
yes,
taking me down that rabbit trail.
yeah.
I'm gonna go kicking and screaming if I do.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac's just done a fabulous job. I mean, I know um, he's been in some other films that have been really good, and he's acted very well in those. But he was. I forgot about this, but in X-Men Apocalypse, he was Apocalypse.
Yeah, I forgot about
I
that
totally
too,
forgot about that.
which
And
is funny because
right,
he was an Egyptian god, and here
right,
we are back in Egypt, and yeah, I would
and
love for
still
them
in
to
the
make
Marvel universe.
yeah, that would be so funny if somebody was like, "Hey, do you know that you kind of look like
Right.
Apocalypse? You resemble Apocalypse." That
Yep. Brian says it's got to be a challenge as an actor because you're not just playing one character. It's such a range of emotions and personalities. Yes, and it's just
and
absolutely
he's getting ready to play another one too.
yes. We'll get into
I
that in a minute.
I
Or
think we
wait,
saw the birth of a
yeah,
third
yes,
person.
and I love that. So everybody, we're heading into spoiler territory, spoilerific territory, and yeah, Brian said Ex Machina. Yes, that's the other movie I was thinking of. And with Alex or oh, what's her name? Vindicator. Oh, I can't even think of the name all of a sudden, but she's in it playing the robot, but where he plays an eccentric inventor kind of a thing. So yeah. All right. So we're talking about spoilers, everybody, and Mike already brought it up. And I think this is a great segue. Here we go. The foreshadowing or the introduction of the possibility, which
I think
Alicia
it's
Vikander.
beyond,
Thanks, Brian.
I think it's beyond a possibility now. It's happening.
Third personality. Now, Mike, what's the name of this third personality in the comics? Do you remember?
You would hit me with that.
Sorry, Jacob or Jake.
I can't remember.
Something
he
or
plays.
another.
He's the personality that's the taxi driver in the comic books.
Cabby. Right.
Yeah, Cabby, and he kind of serves as the kind of the information guy. He's the one who's kind of gathering information and such. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. Apparently, he's got less morals than both Mark and Stephen compared.
It reminds me of the way I briefly understand it. It kind of reminds me of the enforcer getting information out of people. That's what that character kind of.
He didn't even get any information, or at least we don't.
Not that we know of, or something,
sure,
right?
Sure.
So yeah,
I mean, yeah, because so we go from Mark to Stephen back to Mark again, and then these guys are dead, and Mark's like, what the hell did you do, Stephen? And Stephen's like, I didn't do that.
Right. Dang, now I got to put explicit. I got to put an E on this episode now.
Stop whining. Because I said hell.
Right. Well, you never know what the whatchamacallit folks will say.
I got in trouble for wearing a shirt that said "to hell with the devil" in high school. I wore my "tell with devil" shirt to church last night, so
right on.
I figured it was appropriate for Good Friday.
Right on. Right on. Oh my goodness. So
Brian just said I'm the Derek now.
Everybody, what Brian's referencing there is Derek on their show, their Three Geeky Dad show, who always uses colorful metaphors in his discussions. We'll put it that way.
Although I don't think Derek's the only one over there that uses colorful.
No, he's not the only one. They're great.
I don't know how he got tagged with that, but
they're a lot of fun.
They're great. Yeah, highly recommend listening to their show.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, I thought that was great when Mark comes to and those guys are dead and Mark's has no clue what's going on, and he starts questioning Stephen, and Stephen has no idea either, and it's like, yeah, there's a third one in the mix here.
Right.
So we didn't really get introduced to the third one, but we know he's there.
Yeah.
So I think in the next episode we will meet the third personality.
Jake.
Right.
Jacob something. Yeah.
It's not Jake Skywalker, I'll tell you that.
Stop going down that road.
Well, if he tries to kill his nephew, then maybe he is.
No, maybe. All right.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Yeah.
Take a drink, everyone.
That's right. That's right, by golly. So let me so what other aspects did you really like about this episode?
Oh, I loved it when he calls the meeting, when Kanju calls the meeting, and he literally brings out
an eclipse.
An eclipse.
Right.
And everybody in Egypt is freaking out, like, what the heck is going on? I thought that was awesome. I love that.
It was great.
That was cool. I liked us meeting the other 8 gods, or well, I guess technically 9 gods. Yeah, because that doesn't count Kanju. Yeah,
the Ennead. It's like the ruling council. That's what they're called, I think, right? The Ennead. Right. And then there was I think originally there were 12, but there's only 9 at the moment.
I don't know. I can't keep up with all of them.
Right.
The penguins are exploding trying to keep up with them. They're not just falling off icebergs; they're just exploding.
I should try to post that GIF. Everybody, I sent a
Oh, I
GIF
love that
to Mike. It's a penguin, and he's kind of walking towards the water, but going right next to another penguin, and that penguin lifts his flipper and throws him into the water.
I love it. What's Angie saying? I thought it was pronounced.
She goes, I thought it was pronounced Enid. It may be. I may be mispronouncing it in all openness.
I don't know.
Yeah. Brian says, although 5 gods showed up to the meeting out of 9. Yes. Currently 9 are on the council. And I do know that originally there were 12. And so I know with Ahmet being one of them, but also being banished, kind of a thing. And so we're getting more of that background story. So,
but now in the poster in episode 1, if you remember, Stephen was critiquing the poster that they're using for advertisement at the museum, and he was like, there should be 9 gods here, and I don't remember how many he said was on the poster. So I wonder if we're getting the same amount and the same ones that were featured on the poster and as the advertisement for the museum. Excuse me.
Oh, maybe my information I got's wrong. I'm never wrong all the time.
Never wrong all the time. That sounds like a new tagline for us. I'm never wrong all the time. I like that.
Oh gosh. Oh goodness. But okay, so that scene, let's talk about that scene where they're all meeting together, which I thought was great. We get one where there's the one
we find out there might have been a past romance between Kanju and one of the other gods.
Which I thought, that's interesting.
What was her name?
I can't remember. I just know it was a Native American actress who I thought was doing a great job.
Oh yeah, she was really good. I liked her.
Yeah, I really liked how with the whole pantheon there that they had, that you could tell they're all from different walks of life in different places around the world.
Brian just said it's Hathor.
Hathor, yeah. Hathor. Nice. Thanks, Brian.
And then I liked how he said this. I liked how Hathor's avatar betrayed the other god's commands and helped Mark Khonshu anyway. I agree. And yes. I think that's because of their, past relationship that they had. Now the question is she somebody to be trusted? Can we trust her? Or is she going to turn on Khonshu and Mark at some point?
Oh, why would you say that? Why is that?
Well, I don't know. There's always some kind of twist, so I'm just.
That's true. There is always some kind of twist.
I don't have anything, that's at least that I saw in the episode leading to that. But I'm just saying that could be a twist. She could be throwing herself out there to make it look like she's an ally, and then at some point turns on him. So do we trust her? That's just my question. Do we trust her? I don't know. We'll see.
That's interesting. I don't know. We'll see.
Or do we have Hathor and Khonshu takes on all the other gods?
I don't know. I here's what I think is going to happen. Is this just my personal opinion? Is they go and they're we have where Arthur Harrow releases Amit. Then the gods are like, wah, wah, we goofed. And then you get to see a big battle between the gods, kind of a thing. Well, it'd be kind of neat to see all the other ones in their forms too, I think in their normal forms.
I think we're going to see a battle between Arthur in his avatar form, which I'm excited to see because we know we're going to get it because he's going to release Ahmet. And then once he releases Ahmet, he's going to take his avatar form for Ahmet, and then we're going to get a battle between him and whatever his avatar name is, and not Khonshu, but Moon Knight.
I gotcha.
Right, because they're the avatars. They're what's going to battle. you know.
Right.
Right now, the gods
Ooh.
can't really battle. They need
Hopefully,
their
he
act.
doesn't look like a big crocodile. That'd be kind of boring. Crikey, mate! It's a crocodile.
Right. And then Moon Knight just wrestles him and then holds
we
his
get the we
jaws
get the
open.
crocodile hunter.
Yeah, we get the
Take the form
crocodile.
of crocodile hunter.
God, did Moon Knight just turn into the Wonder Twins?
Right. Oh gosh.
Form of a bird and form of water.
Right? A pail of
Oh,
water.
why would anyone use that as the dumbest superpower ever?
I always thought that was kind of funny. Yes.
You just turn into water. I mean,
That's probably
oh my gosh.
yeah. Now that's probably why we haven't seen
Oh, there's rumors the Wonder Twins are coming back. God, I hope they don't make I don't remember the names of them, but I sure hope they don't make him water.
right.
If they do,
Brian,
done.
yeah, Brian Ramsey goes, "Now that's a knife."
That's a
That
knife.
would be what's his name? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What was his name? Paul something.
I can't think. The guy, the Australian guy, who
Was
messed
that
with
Crocodile Hunter too? No, that wasn't Crocodile Hunter 2, was it?
Was he the Crocodile Hunter?
I was thinking Irwin.
Yeah, Steve
Irwin.
Irwin.
Steve Irwin, Crocodile Hunter. Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, that's Crocodile Dundee. Yeah, the knife. That's
a knife.
not a knife. Now that's a knife. That's
Paul Hogan. Yes. Yes, the great Paul Hogan. Oh man.
Look, it's early. It's early, and I couldn't sleep past 4 a.m. this morning. So
right. How in the world did we get on this whole crocodile? Oh, because Amit's form. She's a crocodile form on the obelisk inside the museum. That's how we got on it.
Correct.
Take the form of a crocodile hunter.
And then we got into the Wonder Twins. Anyway, all right.
Yeah, squirrel.
Hashtag Wonder Twins are stupid.
I always thought she looked great as an eagle. You know, I just the form of a pail of water. I know. I was like, it's got a goofy form of pail of water. She'd always carry him around in a bucket.
Yeah. If I was her, I'd be like, why the hell do you keep taking the form of water? What's wrong? Now I got to carry you.
Right.
Anyway. Again, we're
yes. Other aspects of what we enjoy. We would like to see the avatars fight. I think that would be awesome. I think that's episode 6. I agree with you. We're going to get a big old cool avatar fight sequence.
Oh, I did like how Emergency Awesome compared the gods all gathering together and comparing them to Voltron. I thought that was funny.
Oh yeah, the 5 that were there, they get together to put old Conchu in stone. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So let me ask you, if he's in stone now, does that mean that Mark Spector no longer has those powers?
I don't know. I was wondering that too, because when he and Conju, well, actually we see Stephen Grant because it's Mr. Knight, and he and Conju are doing that whole thing, and you see the constellations of the stars and all, which is a great scene.
Awesome scene.
I'm glad my TV wasn't a lot bigger because I might have gotten motion sickness from that. It's kind of crazy, man. But it was a really, really beautiful scene. Actually, there's several beautiful scenes in this because we got the overhead of Egypt with the pyramids and the Sphinx, and I was just like, oh, that is a fantastic shot. You know, it's just like, oh, dang, I would love to see Egypt. Just from that scene alone, you know, it's like, oh, wow, Egypt would be a neat place to go and see.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, the pyramids are one of the 7 wonders of the world. So, yeah, definitely. Then, of course, we got to wonder what happened to the nose of the Sphinx. But anyway, yeah, while they're doing that whole thing, Stephen, he starts like the costume starts kind of like coming off of him, like the mask disappears and you see Steven's head and stuff like that. So I don't know. That's a good question. Is he losing his powers, and does he not have his powers while Kanju is stone, is encased in stone? And when they said that they would encase him in stone, I didn't picture a little tiny 3 3/4 inch action figure.
That's so you would have to add it to your collection.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Hasbro, if you're listening. But I was expecting more of a life-size stone statue, and here
not an itty bitty one.
Now, granted, in my action figures, I prefer 3 3/4 inch. But for an Egyptian god, you would think you'd have a life-size statue,
right? You thought it would be.
Maybe that's part of the punishment. No, you get an inky dinky little
right. Maybe that's part of the humiliation.
Right.
Yeah. Ultimate cosmic power. Itty bitty living space.
Oh
gosh. Oh golly. So
it's
all right.
What I thought when I was like, what? How come he gets I guess it's more of a 6-inch action figure because Arthur does hold him in his hand.
He does pick him up. That's true.
And I gotta say, when he picked him up, I just partially expected him to go crack.
Break it. I thought so too.
I was like, oh, he's gonna bust it in half. He's gonna bust the statue.
The same thing.
And I thought for sure he was gonna do that, but okay. Maybe he knew if he did that, he'd be punished by the gods then, because I don't think even they want that. So so maybe that's why he did. But there was part of me that's like, I was just expecting him to bust that statue. I really did.
Yeah, agreed.
Again, that's why I should have been like a 6 foot tall statue. Harder for Arthur to break it.
Yes. Yep. Other parts that I liked out of this episode were we got to see the fight sequence with Moon Knight. I was like, yay, we get a fight scene. Yeah. And we got to see more of what he can handle and what he can do.
So we saw Layla. Well, first we met a friend of Layla's family.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by Brian. My bad. Go ahead, Mike. Brian said he was going to crush it. He was going to crush it and put it in his shoes. That's so true.
That's a great statement, Brian.
I still don't understand that whole thing. Hopefully we'll get into that. Why he's got glass in his shoes.
I told you that I had heard that in the comic book, he consistently feels pain. He's always in constant pain. So that was like a way of paying tribute to the comic book version of that character. That's what I heard. I don't know that for a fact or not. And of course they haven't alluded to that in the show. I think he's suffering for his cause. Okay, that's
Brian. Brian saying
I think he's suffering for his cause. I think Brian's probably right. That's probably it. Yeah, he's probably feeling regret over because he talks about how Kanju broke him and
yeah, right.
But then again, he also admits to Kanju once he's turned into stone. He tells Kanju, "I enjoyed killing for you."
Right.
So I don't know. Is he really regretful for that? So oh wow.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I don't know. Yeah, but I will say this. I mean,
maybe he's just showing off that he can walk on glass.
maybe. Maybe reminds me of those faith healers walking on a fire.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. Maybe he's like the fire walkers and stuff. All those guys that walk on the hot coals and that kind of thing.
Right.
Maybe that's just what he is, I don't know. But that was a great statement. He should have broken up the statue and put it in his shoes. I love it.
Right.
That's fantastic.
That was good.
Yeah, so we got to meet a friend of Layla's family who helps her make the ID so she can go back to Egypt.
Yes.
That was pretty cool. I liked her.
Mm-hmm.
I like Layla's necklace. I love that. How the necklace it was almost like the crescent moon that Moon Knight wears. And then
Yes.
she actually uses it like a weapon.
As a weapon. It was awesome.
It was awesome. I was like, "Oh, that's so freaking cool." And at that moment, I'm sitting there going, "Yeah, I see why she's Kanju's backup for Moon Knight."
Backup plan.
For yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's his backup plan because
Yeah.
she's pretty cool. She's pretty tough.
She can handle herself. Even so, everybody, I was watching with Kelly. We watched episode 1 2 nights ago, and the last night we tried to catch up on 2 and 3. And my wife Kelly was like, when she's like, that episode 2 where Layla was really kicking butt, she was like, "Oh," it's like, whoa. So yeah, she can handle herself.
That's when Steven was like, "Oh wow, that was cool."
Yeah, right.
When she throws the guy off the staircase or whatever. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then we get a kind of a Indiana Jones treasure hunt moment. It belongs in a museum. You belong in a museum. Hey, stop it. We'll get a copyright strike.
That's true. We might, just might.
Yeah, we are putting this on YouTube. YouTube starts hearing that music, they're gonna kick us off.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. So we get that moment, and she goes to. Is he like a collector, or I was confused of what he is. The guy that they go see.
I would say collector, but I'm sure he's a thief. You know, in the comics, that character is a thief.
Okay.
And so, quote unquote, I'm sure he has things he keeps, but other things he probably sells on the black market. Because remember, they said, go to the black, it was sold. What's her name? Hathor said that the sarcophagus was sold on the black market. So obviously he deals in the black market antiquities. And so that's how I took it.
But apparently Layla deals in stuff on the black market too. So she's, she's not a lot different.
Right.
I think he's just got way more money than her. He's like a millionaire or something like they're a billionaire.
Well, the other thing is I'm sure there's a lot more that he's into, because I mean, he's got a lot of, what did they say? Oh, he's got a lot of guns or friends. He's got a lot of friends with guns.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Sometimes best friends to have.
Yep. Then he hires the best of the best of other things to train him to be really good. That whole little fighting gladiator
that was
thing.
pretty cool. That was
neat.
And then that comes into the big battle, which was pretty cool. We'll get that in just a second. But
I love that battle.
Okay, now I don't mean any disrespect to the actor, because we did find out that he just died. Which I had no idea going into this episode that was the case.
It was a tragic ski accident.
Yeah, that sucks, man. That just sucks. So I'm not saying anything to be disrespectful to him, but when I saw him, all I could think of was Ashton Kutcher.
Really?
Yeah, he reminds me of Ashton Kutcher. I can never say his name right.
I never say his last name right.
The one that took over for Charlie Sheen on 2.5 Men, which
I never watched that show. So yeah,
I watch it off and on. And when he took over, I was like, I don't like the show as much. I preferred it when Charlie Sheen was on it. And he was also famous for that 70s show, of course.
Right.
But yeah, this guy reminds me of him. When I saw him, that's all I could think of. I'm like, it's Ashton Kutcher.
Yep.
Again, no disrespect to the actor, though. I mean it with all respect I can give him. So
I thought it was good. I know he was in, what was he in? He was in a fight sequence, a knife fight sequence. Or maybe I'm thinking of the other guy, the knife guy. The knife guy, that was good. Now that's a knife.
It licks the knife.
He licks it and he hits it while he's licking it. I thought that was hysterical. I love that part. I cracked up.
I was so hoping he'd cut his tongue.
Right? Who licks their knife?
Right. I wanted to see him go, oh, that was a bad idea.
Right? Want to know how I got these scars?
Yeah, right. No, it's more like, oh, I got a scar.
Right. Right. Oh gosh, that was good. So the actor did a great job. He was supposed to become Midnight Man, I believe, who is kind of like a sidekick or a protege or something to effect. And that's all I know, though.
Yeah, obviously he's not though, due to real life circumstances.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting how things flesh out for that. But I thought he did a great job as that character, by the way.
Oh yeah, he was great. I didn't dislike him. I had to get over when I saw him. I just had to get over that's not Ashton Kutcher. And
right.
All I could think of it at first.
Right.
And then when we got the whole fight sequence with, that was pretty darn cool.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're like putting I don't know if were those spears? They had to be spears.
Yeah, I think they were spears, yeah.
Because they went through. And
they went through them. And I was like, whoa.
So one of the things I really liked about this episode is we really started to see both Steve and Mark working together. And actually switching out of the body at will, instantaneously. And they're learning how to do this, and they're learning how to work together using both their strengths, because they obviously have different strengths than we found out with this episode, we found out in episode 1 that Steven is really intelligent with the whole Egyptian
mythology,
and so on and so forth,
the language and all that kind of stuff.
Right. And they need that aspect to him. And so that's the reason Steven's there. I mean, obviously. So so we're seeing them switch out when they need that knowledge and him come into it. But when they're needing more of the physical attributes, that's when Mark switches in.
The fighting skills.
Right. And then obviously he's got skills, yeah. But I loved it when Mr. Knight is like, all right, everybody just calm the F down.
Right.
That was hilarious. And then what happens? He gets a spear right through his shoulder.
He's like, Mark, take over. Take over
now. I don't like this.
You're right.
And then boom, he changes into Moon Knight, and then Moon Knight just kicks butt.
Yeah, we're seeing the beginnings of them realizing what each other has to offer and freely giving up to do the teamwork. Even at the end, before we get the whole cool sky scene we already talked about, it was he let Mark take over, or Mark let Steven take over to put together the star map.
Right, exactly.
Which was cool.
And then that's when we see Mr. Knight and Konju doing the whole, I don't know what you call it.
Move the sky back in time to get the location.
Right. Which was pretty darn cool. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was cool. So yeah, so that was one of the aspects I really liked of this, is them learning how to work together. I thought that was really cool. Now my question is, does Konju still think Steven's the idiot?
The idiot in control.
We just throw the gun.
Right.
Although I am gonna miss those moments though, because they are fun.
They are fun. Yeah. Well, I think when he was with Mr. Knight moving the stars, and I thought, okay, they're working together. Konju with Stephen Grant. I thought that was neat.
Agreed.
and all.
Agreed. Very cool.
And yeah, that was very, very interesting. So, other aspects. What other aspects of the show, this episode, did you enjoy?
I mean, the big things were the sky thing. Layla and her necklace. Really loved that.
Yes.
Mark and Steven learning how to work together. Thought that was fantastic. And then kind of meeting the other gods and getting an idea of where we're going from here, you know, because obviously this is boiling into a war, you know, which, I mean, could this boil over into multi madness by any chance? You know, any possibility there?
I don't know. My brain does not think multiverse, so
I know.
We've already established that.
But this is Marvel, and everything connects. So that's
true.
You know, of course, I haven't seen
true.
anything in the Doctor Strange trailers to allude that Moon Knight's going to make an appearance. So I don't know.
Right.
That would be pretty freaking cool, though, if he would. Oh,
that would be neat.
I mean, even if there was just a shot of him, you know, somewhere. I'll take it. I'll take it.
West Coast Avengers. Right.
I really like Moon Knight so far. I thought this was a good choice for a show.
Yes.
Good idea.
Agreed. And they're doing it very well. Even the cinematography has been fantastic.
Oh, well, like I said, that shot of Egypt was amazing.
Cairo, of the pyramids, you know, how everything looked, the city.
I mean, was that a real shot or did they create that? You know, did they actually take a shot from Cairo, or was that created?
As far as I know, that's the Cairo landscape. So the cityscape. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Then I gotta say that was a beautiful shot. I was really amazed by it. I really liked it. I thought that was cool.
I even enjoyed where they had the boats, and the boats were lit up, and you're getting some of the culture and the singing and
and when Arthur is there with all his henchmen, you know, and they're trying to find Ahmet. I know that's a little bit in episode 2, but we also see that in this
episode. Yeah, they find the location. Yes,
I got a Indiana Jones vibe there too, because I got the vibe of the Nazis when they were looking for the Ark and everything.
Ark of the Covenant. Oh, right. Yeah, that's
so
good.
much of that vibe, you know. And you know, when they think they found the Ark, all of them are cheering, yay! And they really don't even know what the heck they're cheering for, you know.
Right.
I got the same feeling with this because you know he's egging them on, and they're all cheering over him and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there going, do they really know what they're doing?
Right.
Do they
well,
really
man,
know?
We got a second Indiana Jones reference. Da 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 da.
Hey, now stop it! Copyright. YouTube's gonna come after us,
right?
we can't afford that music.
That's true. We can't pay royalties. I'll stop singing. But anyway, I'm sorry. Continue on, though. I think you're right. There is a great illustration, analogy, excuse me, or a reference, or what's the word? Metaphor back to analogy, back to Indiana Jones, being in the desert, looking for the old artifacts and stuff like that.
And you know what that means, right? Don't you?
What does that mean?
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Right. Oh goodness.
I had to say it. I had to.
That was good. That was good.
Besides, I know Brian was waiting for it, so
that's right. That's right, by golly. Oh, good times, good times. Well, I think with this episode of Moon Knight, I thought it served as a great transition. We're moving more deep into the story, thank goodness. And now we're moving right. And then and we're moving into, we're starting to move into the third act now. We're in the second act, of a story, and we're moving in. It's propelling us to the third act, and obviously something's going to happen, and maybe that's the whole thing with Kanju, maybe losing Kanju's powers, or and maybe he gets him back when all of a sudden, Harrow releases Amit. Then the whole council's like, oh, well, we better let Khonshu free, kind of a thing or something.
So you think episode 4 we're gonna get Mark and Steven dealing with figuring out how to deal with not having Khonshu's powers?
Yes.
And then
the
maybe
reveal of the
reveal
cabbie, Jake and Cabbie.
right? We get the reveal.
We'll have that.
So then episode 5, maybe we will get the reveal of Arthur as the avatar to Hathor, whatever
Hathor.
that guy's
Oh no, not Hathor. Amit.
Oh yeah, Amit. Sorry, I'm getting them mixed up. I can't keep track of them.
It's understandable, right?
The penguins are running around bumping into each other. They're all confused. Kind of the story of my life, but anyway. So I'm thinking maybe 5, the reveal of Arthur in his avatar form, which I'm looking forward to, and then 6, just all out war,
all out fight,
right? To end the whole thing,
right? Agreed. Yep, I think that's it.
Where I think we're going. That's my predictions.
That's your predictions. Excellent.
That's all I got to say about that.
You know what would be really cool is if for a moment we see Layla take on Moon Knight. She becomes the avatar ever so briefly.
Oh, that would be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's been a female Moon Knight in the comics. Huh. I mean, I could see them going there. But then again, have they created the, because that's all CG. So if they created the female version, that all depends on what they've done, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure we will get I'm not sure we'll get her in the Moon Knight form. I'm thinking about it. And I think Steven just froze up.
Right.
Oh, there you are. Oh, I think you're gone again. Okay. So Steven seems to be freezing up now, and we're coming to the end of this episode anyway. So, oh, is he back again?
I'm back.
Hey.
I'm back.
All right.
My internet drops and comes right back. It's like it does a reboot or reset, and it's what's coming into the house. It's not our modem or stuff here. Yeah, we've called on it and stuff, so it's crazy. But anyway, yes, no, I heard most of that. So yeah, sorry about that. I was just gone for a couple of seconds. So yeah, thank you.
I was just saying we're getting ready to close up anyway. So
yeah, so great episode, 4 out of 5, solid 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it. I think it was a good. It wasn't just a filler episode. I thought there was good information that was provided. I thought there was good action in it as well. So I enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this episode.
Me too. I agree. Very, very good episode, and I'm looking forward to what's coming. I'm looking forward to the reveal of the third personality. Looking forward to a reveal of Arthur's avatar.
Yes,
I hope. I have no idea what he's going to look like, and I'm excited about that. I think that'll be cool.
I know nothing's leaked. You know what I'm saying? No pictures have leaked or anything like that. So,
and he's got to take some kind of form. It's got to be something cool. So
right,
as cool as Moon Knight is, they have to have something that rivals that, right?
Yes,
it can't just be him and his glass and his shoes, right? Come on, that would be boring.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
I want some cool looking avatar to come fight him. So
right on. Agreed. Make it a really cool fight sequence at the end. Yep.
Maybe I shouldn't build this up too big in my head.
Maybe not.
I may end up being disappointed by episode 5 going, yeah, I don't like Moon Knight anymore. I don't like Moon Knight anymore because Arthur's not got a cool avatar look.
Right. Yeah. Come on, it's Ethan Hawke, for crying out loud.
Okay, I got to stop that. I got to stop it. All right.
Yep.
I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying it.
Yep.
It's
agreed.
Really good. So
agreed. Yep.
All right.
Okay, man. Well, cool beans. Well, with that, everybody, don't forget to check out our website at twogeeksmike.com, twogeeksmike.com, number 2, GEEKSMIC.com. That is our portal for all things Two Geeks and a Microphone. You'll get access to our Ko-fi page. We ask you to please support us on Ko-fi, Ko-fi.com. All the monies that we get from that actually go just to support us doing the podcast. That's it. And so pretty excited. We also have our merch page. You can get to our merch page, as Mike talked about at the beginning of the show. Penguin fell off the iceberg, and our latest save it. Yep, fun little graphic, and save it for the podcast. That's the other one. And so you can get to our merch page through our twogeeksmike.com, our Facebook page. Mike is really good about updating that, putting some fun memes on there. Does a great job with that. Yep. And if you want to contact us, our email is show@twogeeksmike.com, show@twogeeksmike.com. And there, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions or anything, you can email us there. So, well, with that, great show, Mike. Good job. I liked, it was our 100th episode talking about Moon Knight. How cool is that?
Pretty awesome. And I loved how you tied it together with the moons. We did not plan that. That all was right out of Steven's head. I love it.
Just
so
cool. It just plopped in there.
So we're getting ready to sign off for this episode, but if you come back in about a half hour, we're going to come back on with our recording of our regular episode, because Moon Knight gets released as a special episode this weekend. So it'll drop on your favorite podcast feed probably sometime tomorrow, maybe tonight. I don't know. It all depends on how quick I get it edited.
Right.
How quick I get it edited and how quick Steven gets it put up on Podbean.
That's right.
Right. So if you come back in about a half an hour, we'll start our main episode, which will get released next Friday. And anything else?
No, just the next episode. We're still continuing the journey to the multiverse of madness. And we are going to talk about some what if episodes. We're going to talk about the last Loki episode. We are kind of moving into some other things of what we think about the multiverse, or discussing the multiverse, or again, how you stated before, how a lot of Marvel stuff is connected. So, yeah.
All right. With that said, over and out. And Excelsior. Thank you for joining us today on the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. Tune in next week when we will have more news and reviews. Until then,